Alright, what's up? Gonna be talking about Crispy today. Been getting some questions on whether he's good or not. So to start off, I think Crispy is a pretty solid unit overall, that fulfills the use of being a solid global damage dealer in classic level farming setups. That's pretty much just gonna be his only use, which means that you don't really need to get him up too many star levels. Star levels just save the amount of time you need to spend leveling him with gold or with power stones, but the star levels aren't gonna be too important on him, and he can probably fulfill his full value even in the bronze or silver star range. Specifically, again, his main use is going to be as a global damage dealer. Of course, this carries a lot of importance if you are using something like a Mr. Flamey and a Clyde setup, or like a Flamey Clyde setup. This is because these setups are not as good as insta-killing all the enemies, which means that Crispy's ability will come into use even if you are using other units like Felina, even if you are using other units such as Amaterasu. But as your farming setup changes, Crispy gets less and less useful, I'd say. Especially as you go into something such as a Jiraiya setup, you'll start to see Crispy get used quite a bit less, but Crispy can still speed up your farming times. He's not a necessary unit for a strong farming setup, but he can simply help out a little bit, which I think makes him a really solid, in terms of design, a solid special monster, because he's not necessary for good farming setups. He can just help out with times a little bit here and there. You know, if Rage Fist Shaman sends enemies into invulnerability, if enemies get buffed, if there's way too many enemies with speed boosts, Crispy can come into play there. But he's not necessary for a farming setup, but he can be used for a farming setup, and he can speed up times by quite a bit overall, but not enough where he's a must-have and he's super important like Jiraiya or Clyde and Flamey. That's gonna be it for this video. Just thought I'd answer that pretty frequent question real quick. If this helped, like, subscribe, and yeah, see ya.